Hello everyone, welcome to Quarrelsome Rhinoceros Stitches, episode 21. My name is Monica, I'm the host. You can find me on Instagram as Quarrelsome Rhino or on Ravelry as Morux, M-O-R-U-X. So today is the 30th of November, and I am coming to you from Bangor, Maine, which is the middle of nowhere, pretty much. And yeah, so we're almost at the 1 year podcast anniversary, so I'm super excited about that. I think I started in December last year, so that's really exciting. I have a lot to talk about today. I have this whole giant box of stuff. I do have a couple of finished objects, and these have been finished for a while, and I just forgot to share them on the last podcast. Oh man. Okay, so I forgot my sock blocker, of course, because that's how it happens. So the socks that I was working on previously, I would have shown them as a work in progress in episode 19. In episode 19, are finished. So they're the socks that I was making with the Bad Trip colorway from Old Rusted Chair. So there's the sock. I knit them at quite a loose gauge, so they're like this part is pretty stretchy. But yeah, so they're all finished. I haven't washed or blocked them yet, and I've worn them twice, so sorry for showing you dirty socks. So I not only have one finished object, I have two finished objects. So I finished my old romance sweater. So here is the lace panel that runs down the sleeve. And there is the body. I've got both cuffs finished. I've got the hemline finished. I just have to block it. So I have not worn it yet because I haven't actually washed and blocked it because I haven't had enough time. So today the plan is to block it, or at least soak it and pin it out, which is blocking. Anyway. Can you tell it's been a long couple of weeks? Anyway, so yay, I'm finished with the old romance. I can't wait to put this on and get pictures of it before it gets too cold to just wear this outside. Today it's relatively warm, which is a little weird for the end of November. But that's fine. I lied, and I have 3 finished objects, not just 2. So I've got the Bad Trip socks. I have the old romance sweater, which I forgot to mention. Okay, so the pattern is by Joji Locatelli, and the yarn is by Dingo Dye Works. This gray color is the Pinky, and this is Carimbia. And I absolutely love this sweater. I do know that I'm going to have to buy a gleaner because I think that this yarn is probably going to pill. So I'll probably need a gleaner to take care of that. So my third finished object is actually a hat. So here it is. So in my last episode, I talked about finishing this before I cast on this hat. This is the Muted Molly Weasley colorway from Dragon Horde Yarn, and I absolutely love these colors. I think these are probably my favorite colors. These like pops of bright, like orange-ish, but mostly teals. I absolutely adore this colorway. So it's just a sockhead hat. I cast on 144 stitches. I used a US 2. that is Kelsier, my dog. He's saying hello. He gets very nervous whenever I podcast. So I'm sorry if you can hear him in the background being weird, walking around and whatever. So, yeah, so this is my sockhead hat. It's super exciting. I'm finished with it, obviously. I've been wearing it. I haven't blocked it. It's not really necessary to block it. My head blocks it. But yeah, so there is, I really love how how it fits and how it looks, and it's perfect. I love it. Anyway, so those are my finished objects, and it's been about almost 3 weeks since I've podcasted last, so 3 finished objects for 3 weeks is pretty good, especially since I worked on a bunch of other things too. So, the last time I shared my crochet blanket with you, I had a gobstopper ball of minis to use, and I am out of minis now. So, I mean, not out, I have some more, and I have some more coming from some lovely friends for the Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted thing that was going around on Instagram. Anyway, so here is my blanket so far. So the last time you saw it, it was where that little sheepy is on the front, the little sheepy marker. You can see it moving there. So I crocheted quite a bit, and this blanket is fairly long. So it's about my entire wingspan. It's actually a little bit longer than my wingspan, I think. It's going to fit on my bed, which is a full-size mattress. But yeah, so I am super excited about this project. I pick it up when I'm watching something that I have already seen before, because I do have to look at my crochet, but I still need something to do with my hands when I'm watching things. Because I really enjoy rewatching all of the Star Trek shows, because, you know, why not? And so, like, I've seen all of the episodes of all of the shows before, so I have to have something to do while I am watching. And so I've got quite a few minis and leftovers and stuff in this bag here that I will turn into a gobstopper ball. I do think I'm going to use the rest. So this is the rest of the muted Molly Weasley. Ooh, muted Molly Weasley. And I think I am going to use it for something else, a different project, because I have so much of it left over. I may end up making a pair of socks with it. I might get some contrasting yarn, like maybe some brown or some teal or something. And yeah, so and I found a mini that I had forgotten. This is leftovers from the socks that I made last year around this time. But yeah, and I found some minis left over from my, no, the sunbeam is getting in my way, from my zombie socks, my Wingardium Leviosa socks. But yeah, so I have got some more minis that I'm using, and I do have some wonderful friends sending me some minis as well, some leftovers from their projects. So, so those are kind of my works in progress. I did share with you last time the sock that I started for my aunt, and I'm almost done with the first sock. So I'm doing an afterthought heel, but I did put in a little bit of scrap yarn, if you can see that. This sun is getting in my way here. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but that's my waist yarn. And so I am most of the way done with the foot. So I'm gonna start the toe decreases here pretty soon. I haven't counted my rows yet. Or measured it, so hopefully I'll be able to do that soon. But yeah, I really like this yarn. I like how it's knitting up. I didn't want to break the striping that it was doing, so I just continued from what I was, yeah. I just decided to do an afterthought heel, even though this is the first time I've done an afterthought heel like this, and I actually think I may like it more because it's easier to measure. Because I have tried the afterthought heel the other way. If you remember my Arnie and Carlos Reggie-ish socks, one of them was didn't fit my foot right. It wasn't long enough, and then I accidentally, so I had to pull out the toe on one of them and reknit it. So, and it was only by like 3 or 4 rows. Like it wasn't that much. Like I think I had to redo 4 rows and then do it. But so that one is living in my Hannah-Lisa Haverkamp bag. I really like this bag. It's perfect for a pair of socks. Yeah, the only thing I can say is that the zipper, because it's pretty humid here, the zipper is not as shiny as it was when I first got the bag. Just because it's humid here, not because the zipper is bad. And the other 2 things I'm going to share with you are actually swatches for shawls that I plan to make or plan to write up the pattern for. And I wasn't really able to picture it without swatching. I have this love-hate relationship with swatching because I know every time I don't do it, I regret it, but every time I think about doing it, I don't want to, and while I'm doing the swatch, I absolutely love it. So I don't really know how that works. I have not blocked these swatches yet, so you may not be able to see what kind of like pattern I'm going for yet, but yeah, so this colorway is from Little Bean Loves, yes, Little Bean Loves Crochet maybe. The colorway is Slytherin Common Room. So, so this is the garter stitch, because I think that's what the main body of the shawl is going to be in. Here is a little lace pattern, and then there is stockinette that I did just to gauge. So, I'm really excited about this. I'm not sure what shape the shawl is going to be yet, but yeah. So here is my swatch for the lace pattern, because I didn't know how it was going to work up, and or if you could even tell what it was. But I think once I block it out, it's going to be a lot better. Yeah. So there's that. I'll be blocking that later today with my sweater. So it's exciting. And the second shawl that I'm writing the pattern for is, it is made out of 2 different yarns that are pretty special to me. So this pink I found at a local yarn store that is, it's a silk wool blend, and it's, Jaeger spun. Here we go. It's Jaeger spun, which is made in Maine. It is it's 90% superwash wool, 10% mulberry silk, and it is in the colorway Peony. And then the second one, this white speckled one, is from Fuse Fiber Studio in the Between the Lines colorway. Ooh. Sorry, I am trying to avoid that sunbeam. It is very difficult. So, so here is my swatch. So here's a little bit of garter stitch. I've got a little color work section here and some lace to finish it off. I am contemplating I'm contemplating a pie shawl for this one, but I am not sure because this lace section would have a lot of repeats in it once I got to that part, and I'm not sure if I want to do that, but we'll see. I'll figure out what shape I want the shawl after I'm done blocking the swatch. So I did a little tiny bit of stockinette here at the top or at the end of the swatch, and garter stitch I think is what the main body of this pink is going to be in. So, but yeah, I'm really excited for this shawl. I've had this idea in my head for this shawl for a long time, so it's really nice to see it worked out, because I have shown this on the podcast before, this yarn, it's massively blowing out on the camera. Anyway, so I have shown it on the podcast before where I had started like an asymmetrical triangle shawl, and I just wasn't, it's not that I didn't want to knit it, but it just wasn't working up as quickly as I wanted, and I didn't know when to add in the white, and I didn't know how I was going to transition them, and so yeah, I wanted to get that finished, or wanted to get a swatch done so that I could actually write the pattern before I actually went to knit it. So the last couple of weeks have been about really finishing things and then getting some swatches off the needles so that I can write some more patterns down. And that's really what I've been trying to work on, really, so that I feel like I'm accomplishing something. And everything else that I have to share are acquisitions or gifts by some lovely, lovely people who sent me things, or, I don't know, purchases as well. And I also ordered from Knit Picks from their, they had a sale recently, and I wanted to share with you some of the yarn that I got from that. So first, on Instagram every year there is a Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted tag that happens right around this time of year, and I put out a call for project bags because I'm using paper bags because I couldn't find anything else to put them in, and also some leftover yarn. So if anybody wanted to send me minis, I would greatly appreciate it. So somebody on Instagram who we have chatted a little bit, she sent me some of her leftover yarn from a skein of hedgehog fibers. This is the Lagoon colorway. So she also sent me the tag, so I have that for my collection as well. She also sent me a couple of goodies, like some little snacks. So yes, I absolutely love this color. Greens and blues are like my favorite. So I'm hoping there's enough here that I'm definitely gonna put some in my blanket, but I might use this for like heels and toes of a more plain sock, and I think that would be really pretty. I have some like plain white yarn, and I would actually really like to make like some white socks with some contrast heels, toes, and cuffs. So I may do that with this as well. So there's that. That's the first one that I received. The second one is a project bag from another lovely friend on Instagram, lovely person on Instagram. I didn't ask if I could actually say these people's names on my podcast, so I didn't get permission. So I'll put them in my show notes if they're okay with me saying their names on my podcast. So there is it's this lovely and it's pretty heavily interfaced, but it probably fits quite a bit. So you can see there's that one leftover ball in the bottom. So like you can see it's gonna definitely hold a lot. And so here's the bag. It's got like a nice drawstring. And I actually really like having it folded down like this. And then I think it looks pretty cute like that. Anyway, so I really enjoy this bag. Thank you so much. Then she also sent along a mini from Hula Hut Yarns. There we go. Hula minis. I absolutely love this. It's from it looks like it was like a 2-pack of minis. So this is either Truffle Shuffle or the Goonies colorway. But I absolutely love this. I think it has so many gorgeous colors in it. I cannot wait to use this. I love that right there. Oh, I just love it. I love the whole thing. I'm super excited to put this in my blanket. Anyway, so there's that package. And then I received, so I took part in a knit along in the Corner of Crafts Ravelry group. And so I won the prize for that. And so I got it in the mail, and sorry there's gonna be some crinkling because I haven't had a chance to open it yet. I haven't even touched any of these things. Like, it came in this cute little package. Okay, she sent me, first of all, Hannah obviously knows me because I love chocolate. Anyway, so she, so she sent me this wonderful bag that is by, oh, that smells really good. Oh, that's a lavender sachet that was inside the bag. Oh, I love lavender. Okay, anyway, so this this bag was by there we go, Spool Stories. And it is this lovely, it's got tea and cupcakes, and it's so cute, and it's a fairly sizable bag. And the bottom is actually like, it feels like vinyl or like leather, like fake leather. Or maybe it is real leather, I'm not sure. But that's a really good sized bag. Like, I could probably fit a sweater project in this bag. It's got a nice drawstring. Really, and it feels really sturdy. I like that. I really, really like this bag a lot. Oh, there's a cute little, there's a contrast pocket. There's a pocket on the inside that's made out of the outside fabric. Oh, such cute details. Okay. Yeah, I love lavender. Okay, so yes, there's that. I'm super excited about this. I think I'll put my next sweater project in there. Maybe my next shawl project. Maybe I'll just put my, whatever, I'll just put everything in here. Anyway, that's me going on and on. And then also included in the package, oh, it's lovely. I absolutely love how this feels. So this is Polworth, yeah, Polworth wool. It is Potion yarns in the Granny Chic colorway, and I absolutely love that name. It is DK weight, so part of me almost wants to make mittens out of this, but I'm not sure. We'll see. I really, really love this yarn. I love Polworth. But yeah, it's got like some, it's sort of mauvey. It's got some purple undertones, but I absolutely love this yarn. So I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it is going to be something special. So I'm really excited. So those were the things that I got from other people. And then because Knit Picks has a sale like once a year, I decide every year that I'm going to partake. And that's pretty much the only time I ever buy from Knit Picks, is when they're doing their sales. So of course, because Stroll was on sale and I love sock yarn, I bought a whole bunch of it. So I'm sorry for the crinkling. So I've got it, and it's all Stroll. So I've got the Dogwood Heather, which is this lovely pink. I've got Dandelion. I have Cork. I have Cobblestone Heather. And then I've got 3 skeins of black. I am going to be using this in conjunction with this yarn for the lace section, I think. So we'll see. So I also bought it for a specific project, or I bought these ones for a specific project. So I am making number 2 pencil socks. So it's going to go like this. So it starts with black, and then the brown, and then the yellow part of the pencil, gray for the thing. I actually might use the Dove Heather that I have because it's a little bit lighter, and then pink for the eraser. But I'm making them as socks for a pair of, or for a friend of mine for Christmas. So I've got to get on that here pretty soon, because otherwise I won't have enough time to finish them. So that was the yarn that I bought. And then of course they had a sale on other things too. So I bought this cute enamel pin. I haven't taken out of its package yet. it says, whoop, well, where is, there we go. Coffee, knit, sleep, repeat. And I think it's super cute. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna put that on one of my project bags. For me, it's mostly tea. I mostly drink tea, especially at this time of year. I am all about the tea. So, I'm going, yeah, maybe I can, it'll probably show up better if I do. Not if I put it in this directly in the sun. There we go. There we go. Let's focus. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So, I'm gonna put that on my new project bag, I think. Anyway, so I bought that because it was super cute. Okay, there we go. So now it's on the one with the hot cups on it. Anyway, I also bought a new tea mug or coffee mug or whatever. And then it says, fiber yarn is part of a high fiber diet. I thought it was super cute. And for that sort of promotion, they were sending a tote bag as well. So it has the same thing on it. It's pretty, and this one is pretty, pretty cool. It's got like, so it's got one strap. It's got like a snap closure, and there is a little pocket on the inside. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And like a box bottom. Anyway, so I'm excited about that. It's a pretty, feels like a pretty sturdy fabric. Recycled cotton canvas. Yeah, so it's a canvas bag, and I really like it. And then last, but I guess not least, I haven't even had a chance to open these things. I've been really busy with work. So I bought a set of 2 sock needle holders, or double pointed needle holders. Or I guess I could use them. I mean, and they're cardboard. They're not, it's not like anything super fancy, but like you put your needles in there and then you close it up with this and your knitting sits there, and it keeps things from sliding off of the needles. And so, and I had 2 of these, but my dog really likes cardboard, but they're cheap, so I don't feel like I'm being very wasteful. But yeah, so I just have to keep these ones away from my dog, who is like sitting right here staring at me. But yeah, I think that was everything that I bought and was gifted, and knitting and everything. I think that was everything. I hope that was everything, because if not, I've forgotten everything. So thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that I'll see you next time. I do have a little bit to share in sort of my life, what is going on in my life, and why I'm so busy. And I think that, anyway, and if you're not here for that and you were just here for the knitting content, thank you so much for stopping by and watching me blather on about my projects and my goals. And if you're sticking around, then yay. So I think I mentioned on one of my previous podcasts that I have a new job. I am a manager at a local business in town, and at a candy store, which is really great. And I really love all the people that I work with, and I'm just sort of settling in, I think, is just why I feel so busy. But we are heading into like the busiest season of the year, so it is a lot of late nights, which is fine with me because I actually really prefer nights to days. But yeah, so it's just been a lot. Mondays and Tuesdays I don't really have a chance to knit anything because I have a fairly substantial shift both of those days. So like when I get home, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep. But I do get 3 days off a week, which is really nice. But yeah, so I've got a new job, and we've been we've been staying pretty late these last couple of weeks, and there are still a couple of weeks of the holiday season left, so there will be some pretty late nights and not a whole lot of knitting time. Which is one of the reasons why, so last year, I was just looking, so last year I started the podcast in the beginning of December, and I was showing off all of the things that I made for people last year, and I haven't knit anyone Christmas presents this year. I just don't have the energy. So I'm knitting one person Christmas present. Like, one person is getting a knit item for Christmas, and the rest of them just aren't. I don't know what I'm gonna do for them, but it's gonna not be knitting because it's just too hard. So yeah, it's hard to manage a full-time job and knitting a lot. So anyway, so there is that, and I'm pretty sure that's all I've been doing. I guess we had Thanksgiving not that long ago, so I went to my grandmother's house, and then we had on Thanksgiving, and we had some food, and we watched a TV show, and then on Sunday of that same week, we at my house we had a sort of Friendsgiving where we had family and friends, and everybody came over, and we hung out and ate some food, and it was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. A lot of nice relaxing time, I guess. So yeah, it was really fun, and I'm really excited, but I'm also really tired. I just want to like take a bunch of naps all day. But yeah, I still have to like clean my room because all of my days off have been spent away from my house, and I just didn't want to clean my room while I was also working. So I've got to clean my room and get some errands out of the way today because I don't have time to do it on the days that I work. So yeah, but overall I'm really happy. I did have the opportunity in September, I think, to accept a job that was at a corporate business in the same town my grandmother lives in. And I don't think I've ever been happier that I said no to that than I am this week. And it only grows. Every week that goes by, I'm even more happy that I didn't say yes to that job. So the job was in a call center, and it was like $15 something an hour at least. I don't remember. It doesn't matter because I don't want it. I really don't like working for corporate business, and I feel like that's what I would have been doing, and it just doesn't feel personal enough, I guess. So I feel like I actually contribute to a team, and I like really do accomplish things at my work now. And I really love the people I work for, and I love that the two owners of the company, who are a married couple, like they work just as hard as we do to make sure that their business is the best that it can be. And I really love that. I love that sort of camaraderie that comes with working for a small business. So yeah, anyway, that was my small business is amazing rant. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will talk to you again in 2 weeks' time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!